Hi lovelies, welcome back to MoonChild Serendipity Tarot. So today I have another pick a card reading for you guys. This reading is gonna be focusing on what changes are coming for you in the next 3 or 4 months. The reason why I was kind of feeling called to do this is that we are in the middle of quite an intense period where we have a lot of planets retrograding, including Mercury. So I felt like intuitively or energetically, there's a lot of things being cooked up for us. So once we stepped out of this retrograding period, there will be a lot of changes coming our way. So I think it would be good to do this kind of reading, so we are kind of prepared for the changes that are coming to us in the next 3 or 4 months. So you can take your time and pick the pile. This is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. You can pause the video if you want to, spend as much time as you need to pick the pile that you feel drawn to, and choose with your intuition, not with your eyes. So that will be the best way that you synced into the energy of this reading. And I will go ahead and start with pile number 1. Hello pile 1. If you've chose this pile, this is your reading about all the changes that are coming. All about the changes that are coming for you in the next 3 to 4 months. So we will start with this card right here. So this is going to be the main theme. Because yeah, when we think about changes, I always think about the moon cycle. So I think this is the most appropriate card to start this reading with. We have bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius. Now, when we talk about Aquarius, it's not just about romantic love. It's more so about humanitarian love for humanity, the love for everything that is surround us. The love for it's funny because I think about when I saw this card, I read a quite a touching story this morning about human rights and like how humans are mistreated, and suddenly it's somehow is connected to this card for me. So you might have a lot of devotion to animals' right, or you just love animals so much, and environment as well. But I'm leaning more towards animals. Like you do a lot for animals' welfare and stuff like that. Bring love into this situation. I think the changes that are coming for you in the next 3 or 4 months will have a lot to do with the social setting of your environment, like the people around you or the society that you live in. Somehow there will be some events or things happening that triggers you a little bit. Like it doesn't really align with how you view your life and how you would interpret things, so to say. And then in those situations, you are reminded that you need to look at things from different perspective. Bring love and understanding and empathy into the situation to understand the reasons behind why people do what they do, and why things are not necessarily done your way, but they're not necessarily done wrongly either, if that makes sense. We will have a look at other cards, especially tarot cards, to elaborate on this situation. But I don't feel like it's a romantic kind of love. It's more like very humanitarian kind of love. Like universal, universal. How do you say that word? Universal love for all, for everyone, for all beings. And I think that's something that you don't really see a lot of yourself. Like, you have it, you know you have it, but I don't think it's a quality that you highly appreciate, or you don't give it enough credit for yourself, for the love that you have for all the beings, or for everything that is around you, everyone and everything. So let's have a look at the tarot cards. We have the Mother of Wands. This definitely gives me the feeling of like protection. Again, you might do a project that stands for animals' welfare and animals' rights and stuff like that, or you might give shelter to some stray animals, or you might try to protect certain type of animals against the social behavior of certain group of people. For example, like, because in Asia, in some countries, people still eat dogs and cats, or people steal dogs and cats, or they do cruel things to those animals, and you you might want to start something to protect the animals from those things, or you might want to start shout up yourself, things like that, or you might take under your wings a small child as well. It's not only applicable to all of you, but maybe you'll mentor someone as well. The next card we have is the Six of Wands, and this is a card of victory. It's a card of liberation as well. It's a card of changes. Funny, we're talking about changes. When I look at this card, I feel like you are set above, like you stand out from the crowd. You're doing something that nobody else would do, or nobody else has the courage to do. People look up to you, people admire you for doing things that you do, but it feels like you don't get a lot of actual support, at least from your close circle of people. Like they praise you, they say good things about you, they say that they will support you, but there's no tangible support. Like, it's like you're separating yourself from your environment just because because your vision doesn't align with the vision of people around you. Like, you raise above all this chaotics, or like low frequency, low vibe, like people that's vibrating at a lower frequency to you. Oh yeah, one of the changes that are coming could very well be like, you realize that your vibration is at a different frequency to those you usually hang out with. So you would not like separate yourself, but so you would distinct yourself. You would have your boundary to a certain extent, that you protect your frequency, so it doesn't get mingled with the lower vibes, so to say. The next card we have is the Eight of Wands. Oh, so this talks about quick changes, changes that kind of unexpected, but it's not impossible that you've seen it coming. Like you suspect that it would come, but maybe it would come sooner than what you expected. But I feel like, because all these wands are lined pretty, like, like they are arranged, they are not like shuffling around. So I feel like you are prepared to whatever changes is coming your way. It could be For the most part, it will be from outside, like a news or uh, like a sudden event that caused by some other people, and that would cause you to change your way a little bit. But I see that it hits right in the middle, so it's feel like it's a sudden change, but you are kind of prepared for it, and it's actually happening for the better. Like it's not an unexpected change, but when it happens, you're like, oh my god, I actually needed this change. Yeah. So the next card we have Death. No, don't be afraid of this card. This card is actually more about changes, like closing a chapter and so that the new one can start. I feel like there would be something that you need to let go of, and this thing instinctively that it has been like fading away for a really long time, but you're still holding on to it. But I guess, when we're looking at these three cards here, what I said about the Six of Wands, it could very well be like you're shredding the people in your circle that don't vibe with your vibration anymore. Of course, there are certain like relationships that we cannot like get rid of, like we cannot let go of, but so that we're holding on for it for too long, and so like we try to invest a lot of our energy into it. But since people vibrating at different frequencies, if you try to lower your frequency to be on the same level with those people, it's not going to be good for you. It's not beneficial for you. It's not sustainable. So I guess you will have to, maybe something that would happen that would like open your eyes, that you could truly see, because we can see the lightning here. You would truly see that you can set boundaries to not necessarily completely lose these connections, but at the same time keep them at a distance that they don't lower your vibration, if you know what I mean. Right, let's have a look at these oracle cards here. We have faith. Trust your faith in the situation. See? Have faith. It's all gonna be fine. Oh, we have more butterflies. So butterfly is always about transformations as well. So I guess once you've decided to set your boundaries, you're gonna raise your vibration, and that will lead to very significant transformation in terms of your energy, and how you progress as well. You can see like this new dawn coming. So definitely well, we have this with the death card as well. Like sure, is that letting go of something is not an easy task, especially is something that we've been holding on for too long. But trust that it is the right things to do, because I don't believe that everyone comes to our lives to stay forever. Everyone will leave eventually, and it might sound pessimistic, but it's true, because we're always evolving, and people too. So like if our vibrations doesn't match anymore, it doesn't share the same band anymore, it's natural that we grow apart, and it's not something to be to be sad over. It's just the natural cycle of life, and then have faith that better things are coming, good days are coming, good days are ahead of us. The next card we have is embrace your emotions, allow your feelings to surface and be accepted. Again, I think this is more about realizing your emotion. The same thing with what I said about the new moon in Aquarius before. You have a lot of love, you have a big heart, it goes out to everyone and everything around you, but you haven't given it enough credit. You don't think that it is an attractive quality of yourself. It is. It is. It is something that not many people have, I have to say. And you can see a unicorn here. You might have some talent, or you might have some ideas that is very, very unique. And because it's unique, it's not necessarily recognized or praised by other people around you, by the low vibration circle that you have been associated yourself with. So I think it is needed that you recognize that this is a unique trait of yourself, that this is a unique idea, and it will flourish. Look at this unicorn, he's so beautiful. And the fact that he's carrying a child here, I feel like whatever it is that you start, you better start. And we have the Mother of Wands as well. It gives protection, guidance, mentoring, nurturing to a lot of younger souls. You know, the souls that needs to be cared for. Doesn't have to be human being, as I said, but it does definitely brings about. I'm feeling like you're giving them wings. You're giving these souls wings for them to fly, or for them to be stronger. You inspire them. You protect them. You're carrying them to better places, and that's the humanitarian part of your soul. I think it is also something that is written in your soul contract, or your soul mission when you come into this lifetime as well. But that's another topic. Yeah, okay, so let's have a look at these cards here. We have another butterfly transformation. It is, so how many butterflies are we having here? You are definitely getting into some really big changes. And I noticed that this butterfly has two distinct colors on his wings. So I feel like you don't, like, the things that you're about to start, it doesn't have to be the only thing you can focus on in your life. It can be a side hustle. It can be like a different, like, it can be another flip of your coin. You can run both things, like your career or your normal life, and this project at the same time. And it doesn't have to be mixed up. Again, I'm hearing like boundaries. So maybe you can still hang out with, look at them, they have the same color. So maybe you understand that you don't have to necessarily share everything that you're about to do with your close circle, like friends, family. If they don't understand what you're doing, you don't have to really share with them. You can just keep it separated. But it's more so about the changes within yourself. Like, once you've realized that what you want to do is unique, and what you want to do is gonna bring a lot to other people, I feel like you're gonna have more motivation and inspiration and full to get it going. Next card we have is thriving. Oh, I love this card. And then we have the Eight of Wands as well, so things will speed up like really quickly for you. We also have the unicorn with wings here. So once you've set your mind on this, once you like truly see yourself doing this, it's gonna take flight real quick, and it's gonna flourish. Yes. Next card we have here. Oh, the initiation. Read a passage, crossing the threshold. This is also another card of transformation, like stepping into something new, starting a new path, stepping into another world, into a better world. I think this is all about your realization as well. You are being prepared to take the initial steps to go through this gate, and the thriving is on the other side. The transformation is on the other side as well. The much higher vibration people you're gonna vibe with is on the other side, and you're gonna get there. I think as soon as all these planets go back to normal, especially Mercury, maybe by the end of October, you will start to see the first few steps that you could take towards this part. And the last card we have here, instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. This again is another very humanitarian card. Like instead of praying for yourself, I do believe you're gonna start something, like a charity project or something that is very selfless. It's not for you, it's for other people. It's for other people that you feel like they need help, for other souls. So yeah, instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. This is all also about having faith, like having faith in the universe that things gonna work out for the better, even when the lightning struck or even when the death card situation happened, it's all for the better. And as long as you keep this prayer in your heart, you set your intention for a better cause, it all gonna work out in the end, and everything's coming as what they're meant to be. Yeah, so I think that's all that I have for you, pile one. If it resonates, please let me know, and let me know about your project as well, if that is something that you're willing to share. And so thank you so much for connecting and for letting me know, for letting me do this reading for you. It's been an honor. I do hope that it's resonant with you, and I will be back with Jimin's reading soon, before another reading. So yeah, stay safe and stay positive wherever you are, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Part two. So if you choose this, if you choose number two, this is gonna be your reading about the changes that are coming for you in the next 3 or 4 months. We'll have a look at this card first. So it's gonna be the main theme of your reading today. So we have warning moon. What do you need to release? So I say this speaks for itself. The changes that are coming for you in the next 3 or 4 months will be mainly focusing on releasing the things that's no longer serving you in your life. There's something that you've been holding on to, you know, that is fading away, but you're not quite willing to let it go yet. But I think we can only hold on to things as long as they don't consume too much of our energy. But in this case, I feel like it's weighing on you, is nibbling on your energy, like it's sucking on your pool of energy, is draining you. So whether or not you're willing to let it go, it will have to fall away at some point. So it's better that we prepared for it, or it's better that we actively take the chance to make these changes. So let's have a look at the tarot cards to elaborate more on this. We have the Two of Wands. Normally when I see this, it's more about manifestation, goals, motivations, moving forward. But when I first saw this one in this pile, I felt like there's a bit of tension. It feels like there's someone in your life that you want to keep by your side, like closely by your side, and you've been trying to compromise. I feel like both of you are trying to compromise to keep looking at the same direction, but it has been quite straining for both of you. I don't know why, but I feel like there's a magnetic push between these ones. I know it's nonsense when there's magnetic push between two ones, but it feels like you're squeezing these two ones closely together, but there's something in between them. There's like a, when you put two sides of magnetic things magnetic things together, they kind of like, there's this resistance, so you can only push them to a certain degree, like you can only squeeze them together to a certain degree. They can never met. So I feel like this is could be one of the things that you're forcing in your life. It feels like you're like squeezing it. Maybe that's one of the things that you need to release. And then we have Judgment. This is a kind of like realization, I feel like. Somehow this has a similar theme to Pao 1, like not theme, but like some similarities, because I have the Six of Wands, and I always see these two cards kind of the same, but not really. This is more about an epiphany moment, like a moment that you realize it's better to just let go and soar above, rather than dwelling in this shadow, So it could be that to be able to squeeze these two wands together, to be able to maintain this connection, you have to dim your light. You have to change your colors a little bit. Well, maybe not a little bit, because dark and light. You you might have to lay low, or suppress a lot of feelings, emotions, or put off a lot of your plans, just so that this connection would work. Yeah, but then I feel like with the Judgment, you finally see that it's probably better for yourself to focus on you, because if the relationship or the connections where both parties are trying to dim their lights or trying to fit into other boxes or expectations, I don't like the word expectations, but if both parties have to try to do the thing, to do that, to fit into each other, then it's not good for both of you. I just see a sense of liberation from this card. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could be friendship. It could be family, but you are releasing yourself from the strings or the limitations or the constraints of certain connections, certain relationships that have been keeping you chained, that have been keeping you like low in your vibration, kind of. You're raising above it. You're like spreading your wings and fly. Yes. And then we have the Emperor. This is very interesting. you have two major arcana, and they are like, oh, didn't Pylon have two major arcana as well? I can't remember. But yeah, this is very, very significant change for you. I think the realization of this Judgment card will set the foundation for you to build your life, like to really, really live your life, to really be able to stand tall and grow into this emperor figure. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be male or female. It's not as gender specific, but it's the energy, the grounded energy, the energy that is in control of their life. So I think this is the position that you are being prepared for to step into once you have this moment of epiphany. The emperor is something that you want to be. Yeah, there could be a masculine figure that give you a hand during this process, but I do feel like this is more about you. It's like once you separate yourself, once you release the things that you need to release, you are standing tall. And notice how this is by itself. I just feel like I feel like a rush of adrenaline, or like I'm feeling full of life right now. I feel like I'm a tree. So maybe that's what you would feel like once you be able to release the relationship, the connections, the constraints that have been like pulling you back for years. You feel alive, and then you have the foundation to build your life up. Stand tall and settled out. I'm seeing like roots growing really deep into the ground. So maybe you're like settling down, building something for yourself. Yeah. So let's have a look at these oracle cards. Have patience. Love is patient and kind always. I feel like this is like having patience for yourself, because this really strong rush with this Two of Wands and Judgment. I feel like things are happening quickly, and maybe you are pushing yourself, but maybe like not putting, but you will feel and kind of want to push yourself. But it is here to remind you that things takes time, and everything's happened at the right time always. So and also I feel like this is talking about empathy and understanding to the other people as well. And I do feel like communication is really important here. Like maybe you need to talk it out before you releasing things. Even just talking to yourself to really understand the situation. What you need to release, what you need to let go of. How much can you compromise? How much can you keep? Yeah. And the next card we have the heart of the matter. There's more going on than meets the eye. I think this is also about, oh, we have number 22 here. Maybe this talks about your connections and relationship with other people. Like when outsiders look at your connections, they feel like, oh, this is perfect connections, everything's working well. But the people inside of these connections, like you and the other parties, are trying so hard, and other people don't see it. And maybe because we are in the Libra season, and Mercury is retrograding. I feel like before the connections and relationships that you are trying to maintain have a big value of showing to other of exhibitions. It's like you feel like it's a part of this relationship to show other people that it's working well. Does that make sense? Like, one of the things that is keep you trying for this connection to work is that you know that a lot of people admire it, and you know that a lot of people look at it. The, like, you might be posting a lot of social media, or you might be talking a lot about this kind of relationship connections with other people, and you're kind of building a reputation for this relationship. That's why you always have to try to maintain the image, the reputation, and then it's hard to let go of that part. It has to let go of the how to say it, the appreciation, the fame in a way, that other people give you because you have this kind of connection. So yeah, I think this card here is here to remind you that a relationship is more. The relationship, it is about the people involved in it, the connections, the energetic exchange. Is not about how other people look at it from the outside. It doesn't matter how people look at it. It matters more how you feel about it, how you feel in it. Yeah, so I think that could be something that resonates to you. The next card we have is no. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. Isn't it about having patience? Like, often when I get this card, I would just say take your time to make the decisions. You don't have to make the decision right now. And sometimes saying no is much better than saying yes. It could also pertain to the situation where you trying to hold on to something that you need to let go of. So saying no to similar attempt, like to the attempt to keep trying, could be things like maybe it's time for you to say that no, I'm not going to try to maintain this anymore because it's not going to work. Maybe it's time for you to make the changes. And then the next card we have is Adventure. When I first got this card out of this deck, I was like, it doesn't go well with everything else. But then I don't feel like I should put it back and shuffle for another card. I feel like it should be here. So I don't think it talks about traveling, but it's more about trying to find things that you haven't seen before. Or it could be the start of something new, but it's more, to me, it's more about looking closely, and exploring the path that you've never considered before. Maybe it could be again about these things that you need to let go of, the connection, the relationship you have never considered living without this relationship, or you never consider going the opposite way. But now it might be a feasible option for you. It might be a better option. Sometimes adventures can sound scary, because we don't know what lies ahead. we are so used to the things that we've been doing for years. It's safe, it's comfortable, but it's always be the same if we're still carrying on doing the things that we do. Every day the cycle is just gonna repeat, and nothing's gonna change. Nothing's gonna get better if the wheel just keep turning in the same directions, the same speed every day. So sometimes taking adventure or just discovering a new path, changing up your patterns, changing up your habits, it can result in significant improvement of your energy, and it can like escalate to bigger changes as well. I think this like encouraged you to look at other options. Yeah, it doesn't have to be just one way of doing things, or if your life is not within these connections, you still have a life to live. Like, this connection is not your life, it's not everything about you. There's so much around you, there's so much out there for you to explore and discover. So have the courage and the liberation to go out and try out new things, I guess. So the last two cards we have here, I choose to learn through love. This is interesting. We have love here, but again, I feel like it's more about loving yourself. It's the love you have for yourself, the love and the respect and the credit you give for yourself. It's more, most of the times I feel like, or from my experience of the people that I have met, sometimes we feel like if you don't have this person's love, we have nothing. Or sometimes we feel like if we're not in the relationship with this person, we don't have anything left and our lives is meaningless. And I feel like it's so sad to think like that, because your life is yours. Your life is not defined by one relationship or one connection that you have, or by someone that you are with. It's defined by you and how you live it, and your value, your purposes, your being. It doesn't depend on someone else. It depends on you to give it value. Your value doesn't lie in the relationship that you have or your partner. It lies within you. So you need to love yourself. You need to appreciate yourself for everything that you have and for everything that you are giving out to other people. It's not the things that you receive. Yeah, so I think that is the message here. And the last card here we have, when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. See, this is what we've been talking about. I think you need to truly see yourself as like a wonderful existence, because you are. You need to truly recognize that your presence is a blessing. It's not only for you but for the people around you as well. It's not that you are here to be dependent of someone else. You are here to give joy of your presence to other people, and you are here to enjoy that joy as well. I think I'm like talking gibberish. my note. But I hope that it makes sense. I think once you really tune in with yourself, learning how to love yourself and appreciate yourself, realizing your value and what you can do to other people, without all the attachments and the external factors of people. Once you really tune in with your energy and your vibration, you will see that life has a lot more to live, and there's a lot of support and love. And I think this is one of the things that happened to me as well. Like I don't need a certain connections to feel valuable, but then I always feel like the universe has my back. I can always tune into myself and feel grounded, and I think that is the power of realization as well, of like giving yourself the credit that you deserve. So yeah, I think that's all that I have for you, part 2. I hope that this resonates with you at some point, and let me know if it does. Thank you so much for connecting with me and letting me know. Yeah, thank you for connecting with me and letting me do this reading for you. This is the second time I'm saying like letting me know. I don't know what you're letting me know. But yeah, hopefully it's helpful to you in some way. And I will be back with Jimin's birthday reading soon before some other readings. I hope that you stay safe and positive wherever you are, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Hello, pile 3. If you chose this pile, this is your reading about the changes coming for you in the next 3 or 4 months. Yeah, let's get into it. We'll start with this card right here to see. This is going to be the main theme of your reading. Preparing you for the changes coming next. We have Don't Let Pride Get in Your Way, Full Moon in Leo. So with this card, I do feel like there will be opportunity coming to you. There will be a huge opportunity or a huge success that's coming you, like boosting your ego, giving you a lot of recognitions from other people, but it is a reminder that don't let your pride get in your way. Of course, it's like you're rightfully to celebrate whatever achievement that you have, but keep your head cool, and you know, how do I say this? Don't go too much celebrating what you achieve, because it's not the final. I mean, what I'm hearing is not the final goal that you're heading that you want to achieve here. It might be like halfway or three quarters of the way. So it might be good to tune it down a little bit and keep your focus, to run the last mile of this grand plan that you have. But I do feel like this big opportunity or big success coming for you. Yeah, let's have a look at the tarot cards to elaborate on this. What kind of changes are actually coming for you? We have the Hermit. We have Three of Wands. Okay, yeah. Oh, and then we have the World. The funny thing is, all pies have 2 major arcana, and I was like, what are you guys doing? What are you guys up to? The energy in these readings is like so strong and just hitting me like. But at the same time, I know this is coming because, as I said before, I kind of set the intention for the people that connecting to my channel that have certain vibration, so to say. Like the band of vibration is very, really limited, so I know who's connecting to this, and I kind of know this coming. Okay, let's get back to your reading. The Hermit, and the Three of Wands here we have, as I said before, this huge success coming your way, and it feels like a one-man project. It's you doing this all for yourself, all by yourself, leading the way. You could be an entrepreneur, you could be launching something that is like all the credits is yours. All the credits are yours. You are a visionary. Like the things that you are doing here, like lighting the way for a lot of other people. You could be doing something like coaching, or it's just something that inspire people a lot. It's definitely something very, very visionary. And then we have the world, and then we have don't. If you're getting famous, let me know. But it's definitely something that you have been working really, really hard on, hard for. Sorry, my English is just bad. And yeah, the recognition's flooding in. And because we have this hermit, I feels like you're pretty cool about it, or like at least the way you show other people. You might be too humble to the point that people would get a little bit edged. Like it's okay for you to celebrate, but it's also, I don't know how to describe this. But sometimes maybe it's just the mentality of some people. But if you're being too humbled about your success, some people will be like, you're too cold. But it's not like that. I feel like because of the hermit, you're crazy, you're boiling inside. You're like, oh my god, I want to scream. But for some reason, maybe it's your personality, you're like, shrug it off, like, oh yeah, I did that. But I do feel like it's a huge success or celebration. It does feel like a startup, or it does feel like something to do with the media. You could be like, your YouTube channel could be like taking off, or doing podcasts and things like that, or a handicraft project. It's just like you're getting a lot of recognitions, and the things that you do very unique. The path that you take, it's just you. And this is like a one-man project. That's what I'm feeling. Like maybe that's why you're like feeling really prideful inside. But yeah, the thing is like, keep your head cool and keep moving forward. This is not the final destination. This is not the end. It might very well be just the start of your success. It's gonna be quite huge. Because when I see the world card, I'm like, these people, what are you up to? And then we have rest and relaxation is essential. We'll have a fundamental need to take a break. This is interesting when it comes out, because I've never paid attention to this Poseidon here, but it feels like, oh, and then this as well. Like these people are really, really focusing on what they do. It feels like they're always moving, they're always working hard and pushing themselves. I feel like this is you as well. Once your project takes off, you'll be like, I need to keep moving, I need to do more, I need to put more out there. So it like keeps the wheel spinning, keep stimulating the situation. Maybe it also talks about like your pride is that because this is a one-man project, you cannot stop working, because if you stop, if you take a break, everything will fall apart. It's like that how you feel it. It's not true, but that's how you feel about it. So you don't allow yourself to stop, take a break. You overworking yourself, and your pride plays a part in it, I guess. I feel. So I think like this is here as a reminder for you to that it's okay to take a break. If you are truly meticulous as the Hermit Virgo, you could very well plan your break. Like if you do YouTube, film, maybe like spend 3 days filming a lot of content so that you can be free for a week if that's possible. Doing things like that. Plan ahead so that you give yourself time to relax and recharge, because with these three at once, yeah, as I said, it has something to do with media or creative projects, and with creativity is essential for you to let yourself and your brain, your creativity fountain rest, so that it's recharged and refilled, and then it's overflowing again with new energy. So we have full moon in Leo here as well. I feel like this is a metaphor, okay? But I feel like your creativity is like a fountain, it's like a well, and it's always flowing with water, with fresh water, so inspiring other people. There's a lot of emotions involved. That's why it's hard for you to like turn the tap off, or your project is like it provides a lot of people with inspiration or entertainment or emotional support, I guess, so that you're afraid to turn the tap off temporarily, because you feel like, oh my god, what if other people thirst, or what if they turn to someone else, what if they don't come back to me after I take a break. But I do feel like it's essential, it's very important for you to take a break so that your fountain can get like refilled, it can get rejuvenated. Yeah, that's the word. So yes, that's what I get with this rest and relaxation. Don't push yourself too hard. Even though we have the Hermit here and the Total is known as a slow creature, but he's working really, really hard all the time. I don't think he will ever stop. And then he has to carry this light. It's responsibility to guide other people. That's what it comes with this card here. So it's both responsibility and it's the pride, the joy of indulging in success, that is pushing yourself to the brink of overworking. So take that as things to consider. If you find yourself exhausted at some point, remember that it is okay to take a break. The next card we have here, the ever of unfolding bows. Cracked open is happening for you, not to you. So I think this also pertains to like the big opportunity. It's happening for you, not to you. It might, because of the wording of this, it might at first seem not very ideal, but then because of your traits, your characteristic, I feel like you are very creative and you look at things from a very unconventional perspective. Like you have a unique viewpoint to everything. So you see things differently to other people. That's why you be able to seize the chance and make it work. Not many people can do it. Again, the Hermit card. This is unique to you, and it's happening for you. This is a huge opportunity, as I say it here. And yeah, remember that it's happening for you, not to you. Next card we have here, taking risks. Again, it's another card of like charging forward, working hard, go after it, seize it. So I do feel like yes, there's a big opportunity coming to you. I'm like getting excited here. What else can I say about this card? It does feel like a venture, an investment, a startup kind of thing, an entrepreneur things. So let me know what if you can, what you're up to, because I do feel like there's a lot. Oh, look at this. We have yellowish, red, orange color. So this is definitely like passion, creativity, abundance. That's coming for you, and you have your eyes set on the prize. Yeah. The last card we have here. Oh, I surrender to the power greater than me. This is interesting. Why is it here? The thing, I think this card here, together with the world card, it brings another layer to this reading, and also the ever unfolding rose as well. I do feel like these three cards, when they are connected together, it talks about. Have you heard about the art of not forcing? Like things happen when they happen because they need to happen, and everything we encounter, everyone we met, is the people and the things that we are meant to have, like to experience. So that I feel like once we understand that we are part of something really big, and that this doesn't say that we don't have any control over our lives. Of course we do have control, and the things that we choose, the options that we choose, it is unique to us. It's the power that we have. But when anything is not within our control, which is outside, like anything that is outside of ourselves, is out of our control. When it happens to us, it's important that we understand that there's nothing we can do to change the situation, but to change our perspective on it. You know what I mean? If, say, when this ever unfolding role situation happened to you at first, it might not be very ideal, and it might even stress you out. But it stressed you out just because you think that it's not ideal. Once you be able to flip your perspective, look at it from a different side, you're like, oh, maybe I could work around it, maybe I could utilize it, maybe I could take advantage of it to make it into something else, and that would be better, so that your perspective on the events changes, and that eventually changed the event itself. So that is the power that we have over the power we have over our lives. It's a power we have to change our perspective on things. So I feel like these three cards, when it's happened, it could be that you will realize that it is no good that you're trying to force things to work, but it's probably better when you walk yourself around things and try to make the best out of the situation, rather than finding something out, or rather than trying to make amends, or trying to take different pieces from everywhere else and trying to put it together to make it as how you expected it to be, if that makes sense. Yeah, but I think that's all that I have for this reading. I feel like it's pretty straightforward, a part of this card, but I feel like if you don't resonate with this card right now, you will when certain events happens to you, like when things feels like they are out of your control. You probably will realize that yes, it's out of my control, but what is in my control is how I feel about it. And I think that is a very, very important realization. I've had that a few years ago, and it truly, truly changed my life. So I do hope that once it's happened, you'll be able to recall this card and look at it from a different angle. But yeah, that's all that I have for you for this reading, Pile 3. Thank you so much for connecting with me and letting me do this reading for you. I hope that it resonates with you at some point. Let me know if it does. I will come back with Jimin's birthday reading and hopefully other readings as well. Yeah, I hope that you stay safe and positive wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!